then, Val, let's progress that a little bit further. And you're coming on nicely now. So we're getting, as a learner, I'm actually getting that little bit more experienced. Gaining, dealing with different roundabouts and junctions and all that sort of stuff. So the next sort of progression is to sort of introduce me to a little bit more traffic.
Right.
Which basically means now that I've got to deal with meeting other vehicles, leaving adequate clearance and general anticipation.
Right. Yeah.
On the PST that you might get for your part 3, there's also overtaking that you may be asked to do, and crossing other traffic safely.
Right.
Right, so you won't get, the 4 plus anticipation.
Oh, right.
You won't get the whole lot. So again, this boils down to listening to what the examiner says to you.
Yeah.
All right. So I know you've done very well with your work, and so I'm presuming you've planned all your work and what have you for today.
Well, I have to confess now, I haven't.
I
haven't had a chance this week. I've had terrible problems at home and been working over as well, so I haven't had the time.
Okay
this
then.
week.
Well, this is one of the ones where you need to be able to just take 3 topics out of the 5. So you need to have planned all the 5 basically,
right.
so you can put the 3 together.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So, well, what we'll do, I mean, you've done well in the past, so we'll see how you get on without any preparation.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Same sort of thing, same procedure. Assume that I'm familiar with the make and model of car. All right. I'm starting to have a few lessons. I've had a good 11, 12, 13 lessons, something like that. And my instructor, who's away on holiday, said that it's about time now I started to get into some bit more traffic situations. And he said somebody else would cover him for that.
Right.
And he said what you'd cover today would be meeting other vehicles safely, allowing adequate clearance, and just general anticipation.
Right.
Okay, so from that you can see that you've got 3 topics to cover. All right, in round about 8 minutes.
Yeah.
All right.
That could be
So
tricky.
you need to have yourself organised, don't you, for that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you do.
For the purpose of this lesson, I shall be called Lindsay.
Lindsay. Okay.
All right. Okay. Have you any questions then before we actually start the session with you giving me a brief?
No, I don't think so. I think
we'll guide you along
we'll
as
try.
we're going along.
Try.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So remember what we said last time, that I'll be starting to get in role. My role play will be getting better because I'm getting better as a learner. So the mistakes might not be as obvious as in the past.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Okay then, I'm going to roll now.
Okay. Good afternoon, Lindsay.
Good afternoon.
Pleased to meet you. My name is Val. Okay if I call you Lindsay?
It is, yeah.
Good. I believe your other instructor's on holiday.
He is, yeah.
Today, yeah.
He is, yeah.
Yeah. So I've come along to take your lesson for you.
All right, thank you.
Now he tells me that you've had about 11, 12 lessons so far.
Yeah.
Do you get any practice in between?
No, unfortunately, no.
No, okay. He also told me that you would be dealing with meeting other vehicles safely.
Yeah.
Make sure you're allowing it adequate clearance and anticipating the actions of other road users and also signals and things like that.
Yeah, he said something like that. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Okay. So that sounds a good thing to be doing today. I think we'll first of all we'll explain to you what we're going to do.
All right.
Okay. I'll explain things to you, and then we'll get out and about on the road and put it into practice.
Okay then. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so we're going to deal with anticipation first. Alright, so we'll deal with anticipating the actions of other road users. Okay.
I'll just break out off just for a second, Val. The page that you've got there is absolutely brilliant for when you're actually teaching, if you like, your real live learners, right, because you can spend that little bit more time and go in a little bit more detail to it.
Right.
And I've brought you off because what most people do is, you know, spend 2 or 3 minutes on pedestrians, a couple of minutes on animals, a minute or so on cyclists and motorists and other large vehicles and buses, and it all adds up, and then you've still got 2 other topics to talk about.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to suggest for your part 3, for this particular meet, adequate clearance and anticipation, if you turn to page 11, on this particular one, you can use this one page to cover all 3.
Oh, right.
Yeah, all right. So if we talk about meeting other vehicles first, you've got 2 areas here that you can use for meeting, can't you? Because you've already got 3 parked cars there, so you can talk about your approach, your hold back position, and everything on there.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say too much because I don't want to start giving you ideas. I want to see you giving me the brief.
Yeah.
You can then use this sort of situation, the top diagram there, for adequate clearance, because you've got your little arrows before, during and after.
Yeah.
You've got a blank road here that you can draw on if need be, and then you also, for anticipation, you can use this little area here where you've got 3 cars. And again, I'm not going to say too much, but you can use that as an example.
Right. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
And then it saves having to swap from page and to this page and that page. If you get overtaken and meeting, that's different.
Right. Yeah.
Sorry, overtaking and crossing. Because crossing is basically turning right, isn't it? When you're crossing other traffic.
Oh, it is. Yeah. That's
or
true.
going across at crossroads.
Yeah.
And overtaking, I mean, if push comes to shove, if you like, you can use this road here, because you can soon make that road into a dual carriageway if you needed to. And you can also show, you can draw things on there.
Yeah.
So your presenter is adaptable.
Right. Yeah. I just went straight for the page in
the
list.
Yeah, because that's what it says it is, isn't it? Just planning for your part 3, just trying to make it easier, because the last thing you want to be doing is flicking through your pages, getting all tense and all nervous because you can't find the page. Yeah. Okay, back into roll.
Okay. Right then, Lindsay, so we're going to deal with meeting vehicles first. Okay. What do you understand by meeting?
Meeting, it's when you've got a car coming towards you. You're meeting another car.
You're meeting another car, and you might have an obstruction on your side of the road, so you've got to do something about that, haven't you? Yeah. Such as we have in this diagram here. We've got cars parked here on the left. We're coming up there, so we've actually got to get round those cars. If there was another car coming towards us, in that situation there, that would be like meeting another car, wouldn't it, if you go around. So in that situation, what do you think you should do?
So what should I do? I should signal to let him know that I'm going to overtake these cars here.
Would you signal to let him know?
Yeah.
Would you be able to get round there?
Oh, if he was coming towards me? Oh, no, possibly not. I might have to give way to that.
Yeah, so we'd have to give way.
Sorry, I misunderstood what you said.
The highway code says that if the obstruction's on our side of the road, then we have to give way. Really give priority to the oncoming traffic, doesn't it? It doesn't always work that way. Sometimes the oncoming traffic will wait for you to go through. So we're going to come up here. I'm going to use the usual routine, which is, what's the first thing you would do then before
mirror. Mirror signal manoeuvre.
Yeah. So check your mirror. Yep, you would signal because there's something coming towards you. And then you're going to, like I say, manoeuvre.
So I would always signal there, should I?
Well, what would you...
Okay, so just coming out of roll. We can see already that because you've not done much preparation on it, in fact, I can basically tell from your other performances that you've done no preparation for this. Right, because before you've been able to straight into it without any hesitation whatsoever. And you're even having to think about the basics there, aren't you?
Yeah.
What would you do if you were driving?
Yeah.
Do you always signal if you're overtaking?
Well, yeah, Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Not necessarily. If you get an early position,
Yeah,
you don't
I see what
need
you
to
mean.
signal, do you?
No, that's true.
All right,
Yeah.
because the position is actually
Issues.
letting people know what
Yeah.
you intend to do.
Yeah.
All right, so you can see there, can't you? And I keep saying this, the importance of studying and doing the work.
Yeah, I hadn't
because
even
it's
looked
now,
at this page before.
It's now affecting you, and you're not quite sure how to use this diagram.
No.
Because you've not looked at it. All right.
Yeah.
So I want you to have a look. Just take a minute or so. Have a look at that. Yeah. And go through it as you would if you were driving.
Right.
Be a little bit clearer in your question as well. That's why I said I'd signal. You know, why the question you should ask is, what's the routine you would use on approach, which you did eventually. All right. But you asked me something like, what's the first thing you would do? I would signal. Is that what I said? To throw you off because you've not asked me the right question.
Yeah.
Okay. Rub those out. Yep. And start again in your own time. Back into roll.
Okay then, Lindsay. So we're going to deal with meeting the traffic. Yeah. What do you understand by meeting traffic?
It's when a car's coming towards you, or another vehicle's coming towards you.
Yeah. So you've got to deal with it, haven't you? Particularly when you've got something parked on your side of the road, or there's something parked on their side of the road. Okay. So let's have a look at this situation here. We've got cars parked on the left. Okay. I want you to imagine that there's another car coming down the road from that direction. Okay. So what would be the system that you would use, and the routine that you would use?
The hazard drill.
That's right. Yeah.
I'd check my mirrors.
Yeah. So you're going to check your mirror. Oops. Yeah.
I would then signal if I needed to.
Yeah. Would you always need to signal?
Well, it depends, I think. If it would, what's the highway code book say? If it would benefit other road users or something like that.
If it would help other road users, help or warn other road users. That's right. So you would consider your signal, wouldn't you? You'd think about whether you needed to do it or not. So you're going to think about the signal. Okay. And then you would have to think about
position.
Changing your position, wouldn't you? Yeah. Which in this case you're going to have to change position to get round the parked cars, aren't you? And so as you can see from the blue lines here, the sooner you do that, the better, because it's giving you information to other drivers around and about that you're intending to go around these cars.
Yeah, I have passed a few stationary vehicles on the other lessons, but it's been mainly, you know, in the estates on a Sunday morning. So
that's right. So you haven't met anything coming.
Not much.
The other way.
No.
Okay. So you've changed your position. Okay. Now this car looks as though he's going to get through there before you actually reach up here.
Right.
Okay. So you realise he's coming through there. You're going to have to give way to him. Yeah. Which means you're going to have to slow down, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you then start to slow down as you would do if you were dealing with the junctions and things like that. You're slowing down. Yeah.
So my speed.
That's right. So you're changing your speed, which means you might need to change what else?
Gear.
Yeah. So you might need to change your gear as well, and that would depend on what you were doing. So let's say you decided there's a couple of cars coming behind him. You're going to have to stop and wait.
Right.
All right. So I want you to think about where you would position the car. All right. In relation to the parked cars, would you get close, or would you stay back? Or where do you think you should position yourself?
I'm not really sure because I've made a right mess of these sometimes.
Have you? Right. Okay. Let's make it a little bit clearer for you then. You should be moving forwards, but don't get too close to that car.
What do you call too close?
Well, about a couple of car lengths away, or so that you can actually move out safely and you can see. So if you can see that diagram there, if you were sat there, you could still see up here, couldn't you?
So I position myself far enough out so I can see past the vehicles.
Yeah.
But not too close to the back of that car there.
That makes it difficult to get out.
Right. I understand.
So
that,
make it easy to come out. All right. Once all this traffic has gone, then you'll need to move out to go around those cars.
Right.
All right. Okay. So does that Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, I think so,
understand
yeah.
that?
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. And then we've got to deal with passing the vehicles safely. I'll just leave that on for a minute. So if we look at this diagram here, can you see we've got a red line that follows the line of the cars?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Now that's the line that I'd like you to follow as you go past the cars.
Right. Yeah.
So that you can see we've also got the red lines between the parked cars
Oh, what are they
and
for?
our car. That shows you that you need to be that distance away.
So I only need to be.
No, you need to be about a door's width away.
Oh right.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's just indicating that you need to keep away.
I was trying to work out, how far would that be in relation to the car.
If you were.
No, I didn't mean that far.
But
yeah. When you said you want to be that distance, I couldn't visualise sort of how far away I needed to be.
Right. If you can imagine, if the door of one of these cars opened,
yeah,
you would still be able to keep driving along that red line.
Yeah. I wasn't going to leave that much, Val, honest.
I was a little worried that you might do then.
No, yeah. I just couldn't visualise how.
Right.
So, like from this car to that car?
Well, if his door opened, would it hit our car?
Possibly, yeah.
So we might need to be a little bit further away.
out. Right. Okay. Yeah.
All right.
So, is that what's that? That's the adequate clearance then, isn't it?
That's right. Yeah.
Because my other instructor's always saying to me, leave adequate clearance. He's never really explained to me what
adequate clearance. Yeah. Enough room between you and that car, or whatever.
That'll be why he's asked you to do this, probably.
Yeah. Particularly if he's had to keep mentioning it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I think he said something about anticipation as well.
Right. That's right. Yeah. Yeah. So we've got to. Do you know what anticipation means?
Well, yeah, you sort of thinking about what other people might do. You know, the actions of other people.
That's right. Yeah. And the other traffic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I meant.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So let's think about if we're going past these cars here. What might happen? What could you think might happen as you drove past those cars?
Oh, you mean like a car door opening? Is that what you mean?
Right. Yeah. Car door might open.
Yeah.
Do you think one of them could set off?
Well, he couldn't because he'd have to reverse back first.
He would. That one could.
Yeah.
Or the black one could, couldn't they?
Yeah.
If you think about, let's say, there must be a reason why they parked there. Perhaps there's some shops here. Yeah, shops all there. What else might there be around?
Pedestrians around, isn't there?
So they might want to cross the road.
Yeah.
They don't usually use pedestrian crossings.
So you get somebody coming out from behind that gap sort of thing.
Yeah, somebody walking through there. Yeah, and if you're not thinking about what might happen and not looking for that, if you're following the same path as the arrow here, you're going to meet that pedestrian there.
So it's like planning to a certain extent, isn't it?
It is, yeah. So you're planning what you're going to do should something happen.
And what other people are going to do so I can react to it.
Trying to decide what other people are going to do. That's right, yeah. Okay. Right, so I think we'll get out on the road and put that into practice, shall we?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, out of roll. Not one of your better briefs. It didn't flow, didn't that one, did it?
No.
All right. No. So you've got everything in the right order, but you could certainly tell that you're having to look at that diagram and sort of very quickly work out what it really meant and what you could say. Whereas in the past you've just reeled it off. Just simple things like you need to give this much clearance.
Yeah, that much. Yeah.
Not this much.
Yeah.
Right. Whereas we need to give adequate clearance, and explain to me what adequate clearance is. One thing you have missed out, all right, we're passing these vehicles on the left. What if there's any vehicles on the right?
Oh yeah, get through the gap, you mean. As well as on the left, you mean?
Well, there's two situations, isn't there? We can roll reverse this. This is me coming up here.
Ah, right, yeah.
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 With a car that's already overtaking those stationary vehicles. So it is my priority.
But you'd have to.
But I'm going to have to give way.
Yeah.
And possibly a parked car on the left and a parked car on the right means that I've got to give adequate clearance all round the vehicle. Yeah. So what you've done now is you've left me some little, well, some big loopholes that I could exploit if I really wanted to, and make your life hell today. All right.
Which no doubt you will.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Because you've missed these very important things. So, to me, as you've explained it, adequate clearance is only passing vehicles on the left-hand side.
Right. Yeah. Because I missed out the others.
And you know, you don't know how I'm going to react if this situation crops up where I've got priority and another vehicle comes through.
Because I've explained that one. So I suppose you would, driving that car, assume that one's going to stop.
Bearing in mind that most of my driving, because I did drop a hint, didn't I, that I've been driving on a Sunday morning, no traffic around. Yeah, and so, you know, we've purposely brought you to an area where we're actually starting off where there's a bit more, well, a lot more traffic. And so I'm going to need a fair bit of support from you as well on this one. So, you know, you're going to have to be on your toes on this lesson. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so back home and work on that brief.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'll make sure I look at it before I come again.
Okay then. Right, any questions?
No, I don't think so.
No? Okay. Right, I'll go back into roll and we'll start the session. If you can get me to come out of this car park, and we're going to turn left out the car park to the roundabout, and then left and back up into town.
Okay. Yeah. Which way would be the best way to take you?
Well, I'm going to let you decide that.
All right.
Bearing in mind what the lesson's about. You're not going to turn around and ask the examiner which way you'd like him to go, or which way would the pupil like to go, are you?
No, true. No, that's down to me, isn't it?
Yeah. All right.
Right, okay.
Let you work that one out yourself.
Okay.
So start when you're ready, Val.
Okay. Right, Lindsay, if you'd like to go through your usual cockpit drill.
I'll shut my door. Can you just check your door, please? Huh?
Yeah,
Thank
that's
you.
fine.
Check my seat. We must be about the same size. That's about right. Steering's okay. That's alright. Yep. Seat belt. That's fine. Neutral.
Okay.
Yeah,
right,
ready.
Good. I'll put my seat belt on.
And just come out of roll just for a second. You're certainly not with it today, are you? Alright.
No.
How have I altered my mirror?
Yeah.
What's wrong with it?
Your hands over it. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
When I've done that in the past, you've jumped on it straight away.
I have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Right then. Back into roll.
Okay, Lindsay, when you're ready, we'll start the engine. Right, so we have to move away from this car park here. Right. I think we'll turn to the right, but as you can see, it's going to be quite a sharp turn, isn't it? So you're going to have to have lots of steering on. Yeah. Before you
see what you. Sorry, Val, but you can see what you mean about. He's just opened his car door.
Yeah.
And had I been passing, I think I'd have knocked his car door off.
Yeah. So you need to be a little bit further away.
There,
yeah. So it's alright, because it's quite good. He's so close.
Yeah.
And you've an idea of the distance before we're moving.
Yeah.
Haven't you?
Yeah.
So you've got no excuse for getting too close.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Right. So, as I said, we're going to turn to the right here to go out of the car park, because the exit to the car park is around there. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Before you move off, and make sure you look all around you, because we're in a car park. Anything could come. Cars, pedestrians, or whatever. The shops around us as well, aren't they? Yeah. Okay. So when you're ready, we'll move away. That's good. That's great. Now just keep your speed down, because you need to steer it quite well to get around here. Now I want you to turn left as we come out of the car park, please, Lindsay.
Oops.
when we get to the roundabout, I'd like you to take the first exit, so we're turning left. Right. And you've dealt with roundabouts before.
I have, but they're not being as busy as this.
No, okay, so we'll just watch where everybody's going. Look for the signals. Good. So we're trying to anticipate where they're all going and what they're going to do. Yeah, you're right to wait because we didn't know where he was going.
So most of my lessons have been on a Sunday, you see, so...
yeah, when there's not a lot of traffic.
I'm not
It would be
used
nice
to
if all the roads were like that.
It would, yeah. I'm not used to this.
Cancel your indicator, Linda. Thank you. Okay. Have you dealt with traffic lights before?
Yeah, you know, been nice and quiet on when I've been approaching them.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so they've been at green a long time, haven't they? Do you think they might change?
They could do, yeah.
They could do. But they didn't, so we're all right.
Let me take the next road on the left.
And take the next road on the left, please, Lindsay. So into the left-hand slowing down lane.
Yeah. Sorry, not dealt with them before. Turn my indicator off.
Yeah.
That could have been dangerous then, I think about it, couldn't it? 'Cause people might have thought I was still going to the left.
Because there was a road just straight after that, wasn't there? Yeah. Yes, it could, yeah. So we've got people with brake lights on in front, haven't we? Which means they're slowing down, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So we might have to slow down, so you have to prepare ready. So as it turns out, they've moved out of the way, but you checked your mirror, that's good.
When we get to the traffic lights, get me to turn right.
Okay, the traffic lights ahead, I'd like you to turn right, please, Lindsay.
Oops, still in third.
It's alright, you can keep it in third until you pull up because the lights were at red, weren't they?
I thought I might have had to have been into fourth all the way down there. I think I forgot to put it into third gear. Fourth gear.
Right, yeah, perhaps fourth would have been better.
Yeah. When we get through these lights, can you get me to turn left?
Okay. When you've turned at these lights, Lindsay, I'd like you to turn left, so that means you'll need to be in the left-hand lane. Right, because we've got two lanes coming up further up. You see the arrows on the road?
Yeah. Just out of rule for a second, Val. You're leaving a heck of a lot for me to deal with, aren't you? Alright. Remember, my lessons are on Sunday mornings. Hardly any traffic.
Yeah.
I said, yes, I have dealt with lights, but they've been on a Sunday, there's been no traffic around. Look at the situation now.
Yeah, we've got lots of traffic.
Think how a learner driver's going to be feeling. They're going to be gripping the steering wheel, no experience, panicking a little bit.
Yeah. And
you're sitting there, you're not giving me any sort of guidance at all.
Yeah.
So I need a little bit more, work from you on this one.
Right, okay, yeah. Alright, Pat, Lindsay, shall we have a look and see if we can tell when these lights are going to change? How can you tell?
I'm not sure.
Okay, so all the rest of the traffic's been stood still for a while, hasn't it? So if you start and prepare and get ready. Remember to check your mirror before you... That's it, okay. Looking well around this corner here, want to make sure there's nobody crossing on this crossing. That's it. Okay, so we've got lots of pedestrians down here, haven't we? So we've got to watch out for them and make sure they're going to stay on the footpath.
Yeah, so it's my priority here anyway, isn't it?
It is, and the blue one's paused to let you pass, hasn't it? It says slow on the road, and we've got the road sign there that says sharp. Yeah, so make sure you go in slowly and you can get around it safely.
It's very quickly out of roll, Val. You're not looking to see whether I'm putting in the hazard drilling, are you?
No.
I haven't checked my mirrors once when I've been going slow down there. Alright?
Yeah.
Okay, back into roll.
Okay. car's on the right hand side here, aren't we, Lindsay? Yeah. Make sure you're checking your mirror before you go through there.
Okay.
Just in case you have to stop, you need to know if it's safe behind, don't you?
At the end of the road, give me a turn right.
At the end of this road, I'd like you to turn right, please, Lindsay. You notice we've got a change of speed limit here. The road we're turning into is 20, yeah? And we've got a sign that tells us we've got some traffic lights. Now, let's have a look, see if we can see where the traffic lights are.
I can't see any.
No, I can't either, to be quite honest. Okay, so we'll be ready for them. They may well be further up the road. So you won't have dealt with all this traffic before, will you?
Can't see for that car there.
No, so in which case you don't set off unless you can see it's clear.
See now. Clear.
Yeah. Okay, well done.
Oops. And get me to take the next left.
And then take the next road on the left, please, Lindsay. Notice we've got a little bit to slow down here, just like we had when we came off the main road.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What are they called? Slip roads.
That's right. Yeah. So we've got traffic lights in front of us here, Lindsay. Yeah.
So
they've just changed to green. They might not change to green stay at green for very long. To anticipate that they're going to change, which they have to. Make sure you check your mirror before you slow down.
Okay, now again out of roll, Val, simply because we can't pull up anywhere. No comment of what the action was. That red car came out of there.
Oh yeah, when you swerved round him, as he came round.
Yeah. Alright, so was it my fault?
That you swerved round him?
Yeah, what happened? Could I have been looking further ahead?
Yeah, you could.
Alright.
I could have mentioned that it was.
You could have mentioned it.
Out, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Back into roll.
Okay.
Okay, when we get to the roundabout, get me to turn right and then the first road on the right.
Okay, so we'll come into the roundabout here. It's a mini roundabout, so we've got the blue sign.
Right.
We're going to turn right. Okay, good. Good. I'd like to take the first road on the right once you're in this new road.
Please take the next road on the left.
We'll take the next road on the left. And please, you didn't turn into the wrong side of the road there.
Oh, I sort of worked it out at the last minute.
Good.
And get me to pull up on the left.
Now we'll pull up on the left, please, Lindsay.
Okay, right, so just out of roll then, Val. A couple of times I've had to come out of roll on the move there, basically because we couldn't pull up. But what you're doing is you're sitting there and you've gone back to letting me make a mistake and then you're telling me that I shouldn't have done it. You need to be thinking well ahead. I mean, as a driver, you'd have seen that red car, you'd have seen the front, you'd have seen something red, wouldn't you, just moving.
I did see it, just didn't
but you
say
didn't
anything.
say anything, did you?
No,
right, which is part of my anticipation. Yeah, which caused me to swerve. Okay, I knew there wasn't anything behind me. What if there'd have been a motorbike or even a car overtaking me? Yeah? What I've done is I've reacted like a learner would react, and you've left me to that. Now you've got to help me develop my perception skills, if you like, help me develop my anticipation of what's happening around me, all around, behind as well as in front and to the side. Right? You can't just sit there and think, well, you know, she should have spotted that car, but she swerved and it was okay. It wasn't okay. Yeah, alright. This is one of the... It is a difficult topic to teach because there's so many different things. And it can be so simple just by you asking a question. Alright, we've just turned into this road here, haven't we? Alright, left turn, narrow road. What if there'd have been a car coming down on the side?
You wouldn't.
Where do you look if you're turning into a narrow road? when you're driving.
You look up the road,
You look up the road. If you can look over it, you're going to look over it.
Yeah.
If you can look through, under things, you're going to do that.
Yeah.
This is what you want to be saying to me.
Right.
All right? Okay, look at the road, Pat. Have a look into the road. Can you see if it's clear? You don't have to be talking me through, you know, check your mirror, signal left, change your gear and everything.
Yeah.
And that's a classic example of how not to give adequate clearance. Yeah. I mean, in that situation, if you had a learner with you, you could use that as an example.
Yeah. And say,
look how dangerous that was.
Yeah. How
what
fast
if
it was.
somebody had opened those 2 car doors? What if somebody had walked out from behind? What if we'd have, you know, if it had been downhill, what if we'd have rolled forward?
Yeah.
So you can use little situations like that. Right?
Yeah.
So let's, you know, get your thinking cap on.
Yeah, I think I'm
And
half asleep. And late nights
start
don't do me any
asking.
good.
Yeah, well, yeah. Let's start asking some questions and helping me out.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, back into roll.
Right then, Lindsay, when you're ready, we'll move away. Remember what we said about adequate clearance. We've got a narrow gap here between these 2 parked cars, haven't we? You need to try and get yourself in the middle of the gap, so we've got an equal distance either side of the car.
Right.
Okay. So make sure you look where you want the car to go.
What, in the middle?
So looking through the middle. That's it. That's lovely. Yeah. Yeah. Good. So think about the distance you've got between these 2.
End of the road, get me to turn right.
At the end of this road, turn right. That's it. Now, we've got no road markings here, have we?
No.
No, you can't see very well, so you've got to think about what might be coming along this road.
Get me to pull up on the left.
Okay. And then we'll pull up on the left, please.
Okay, just very quickly, out of roll, what was wrong there?
I don't know, I didn't spot anything.
What about in position, turning right? End of a narrow road?
Yeah, you...
Where should I be positioned?
Yeah.
Yeah, should be positioned well to the left.
No road markings.
No road, you said there's no road markings.
I did, yeah.
Didn't you?
I did, yeah.
Alright, so even that's down to anticipation. What if something came round into that road? Yeah. Alright?
Yeah.
And it also, you know, part of meeting other vehicles as well to a certain extent. Right, get me to drive on and get me to turn right. Next road on the right. You see?
Got that tiny little one there.
That next road on the that's the one.
Okay. Right then, Lindsay, I'd like you to drive on, please. And take the first road on the right. Okay. So we've got no road markings down the middle of this road, Lindsay. I was going to say don't position too far over, but you've got to do because of this car. But think about what could be happening, what could come out of this road.
Something might come out of that road.
Yeah, so make sure you look well down that road, keeping it nice and slow, that you're ready for whatever happens. Good. Well done.
End of the road, get me to turn left.
And at the end of this road, turn left. Don't forget your left over mirror. Yeah. Okay, so we can't see round the corners here, can we? So think about what there could be around the corner. So you got your speed down, great. Good. Well done. Now then, what might there be around this bend, do you think?
Could have something parked or...
Could be anything at all, children.
Could even be a car passing this car.
There could be, yeah, that's right. So you're thinking about that now, that's good. That's great. Where are you going to position your car when you go through this gap here?
In the middle.
Yes, you go through the middle, equal distance either side of the car. Well done. Good, so you've used your mirror before you went round, that's great. Lovely.
Get me to take the next road on the left.
We're going to take the next road on the left. Keep it slow, we can't see very much. Well done. Good. Now we've got a really narrow gap here, haven't we, at the end between those 2 parked cars. So we have to keep keep it really slow. We might even need to put it into first gear if you slow right down.
So
Through the middle. You won't need first gear because you're alright.
I will. I won't.
No, you wouldn't.
I
no.
won't. End of the road, turn left.
And at the end of the road, we'll turn left.
And if you can get me to pull up on the left, please.
And then pull up on the left, please, Lindsay, in a safe and convenient place.
Okay, come out of roll for a second. Right, now then. Because basically you weren't planning well ahead, I then had a problem planning well ahead, didn't I? Alright, the classic example down there when there's a parked car on the right, and then the white Fiesta came bombing up.
Yeah,
I
yes,
was
you did.
sauntering along, nothing from you, and what did I end up doing?
Yeah, you braked hard.
Braked very hard,
Yeah.
but you know, as a learner, they're not going to give way. She braked very hard,
Yeah,
and we could have ended up in a situation where we both set off together.
yeah,
Could you have prevented that?
yeah. I could have told you about.
Yeah, as soon as
earlier.
as soon as
Soon
your
as I
gut
saw it.
instinct said,
Yeah.
"Oh, it's coming a bit fast," just then check your mirrors, just slow down a little bit, Pat. Right, just in
Yeah.
case. I know it's your priority, but you may need to give way. All right, so we need to go and work a lot more on this particular subject.
Yeah.
We've been fortunate. That was the only car that we've met, and unfortunately,
Yeah.
it happens sometimes like that in a training session. We might go out again and we meet loads of cars. All right. Remember, adequate clearance is both sides, and you check that I give clearance on both sides as well. Because on the first occasion went through a gap, I gave lots of clearance to that side and very little to this. What should I be checking as I'm going through if it's that tight?
Yeah, you should be
I should be looking in my mirror, shouldn't I?
Yeah.
All right. And if you think I'm going to need first gear, don't say you might need, because I will, I won't, I will, I won't. Yeah. You need to be saying, right, you'll need first gear to get through. You make your mind up.
Right.
For me.
Yeah.
All right. Slow it right down, slip it into first gear, position yourself round.
Yeah.
All right. A more experienced driver makes their mind up earlier, don't they? Think, I can get round that in second gear and control the car.
Yeah.
You're going to have to give me a lot more assistance on this type of subject.
Yeah.
I think you're just assuming far too many things, so I'm just going to be able to deal with it.
I just hadn't thought about it at all.
Yeah.
Before
And it's proved, it's shown in this lesson.
Yeah, it has.
Alright, so we're going to go off again and do a lot more practice on this particular topic, and then we'll have a look at pedestrian crossings and the use of signals a bit later on.
Right, okay.
Alright?
Yeah.
Okay.